Well, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Memphis Monday. This is part 2 of the Torah table build. So far we got the top all glued up. We got the front glued up, and already went over some of the work on the stars. Today, the plan is to get all the glue ups done, the various parts cut out, and try to get some assembly done. And then in part 3, we'll finish it up by doing the trim and the finishing. So let's get to work and knock off the chatter. I got that stock glued up, and I've been practicing here with stars. Remember, the Rabbi said he wanted the finish here to be lighter and the stars to be a little bit bigger. So I've been experimenting with some finishes here. This is golden mahogany and this is red mahogany. Give you some idea of the size of these stars. Here's a star, for example. This is a 6-inch star. On this practice piece, this is a 4-inch star. And on this practice piece here, these are 7-inch stars, an inch bigger than these over here. Over on the workbench, I'm now making some 8-inch stars to see what those look like. Let's go over to the workbench and take a look at those. Let me give you a quick briefing on the setup here. The router, from the tip of the router bit out to the outer edge of the base, is 3.5 inches. So I've taken this OSB board here and cut it exactly 3.5 inches across here. So whatever line I want to cut for the geometric pattern, I lay this board right on that line, and then I take this piece of oak and clamp it behind it, and now I take this away, and then when I bring my router over, it's exactly positioned correctly. Let me show you how I cut it. Well, we got all our glue ups done. This is the top. It's all glued up. This piece here I have clamped to the top. This is the front. This is where we'll be putting the Stars of David. Over here is 2 of the shelf glue ups. I just clamped both of those shelves together. Over there's the third. That's the third shelf right there. And here's the 2 sides. Okay, so all the glue up's done. All we need to do is do some sanding and cut these various parts to size. Put some dados in the sides and front, and then we'll be doing the stars. There's the front. I'll be putting the stars on that. Here are the 2 sides. I'll be putting a 12-degree angle on that after I cut the dados for the shelves. And here are the shelves. They're cut the width, but there's a total of 3 of them. They're cut to width, but they're not cut to length yet because I'll get that exact measurement after I mock it up. Let's go over the prototype and see where these dados got to be. Here on the prototype, you can see that the first shelf is 2 inches up. The second one is 12. And the third one from the bottom is 23 and a half. So that's where I'll be putting the dados in. Let me go show you the dado setup. This is the dado setup. It's set at 3/4 of an inch. I've already done the test piece, and it's the right width. What I'll be doing is I'll be setting my fence at 2 inches, at 12 inches, and then at 23 and a half inches. And I'll be doing the different cuts on the 3 pieces. I'll be putting the dados. I'll be putting 3 dados on that side and 3 dados on that front over there. And I'll be doing them at the same time. I'll put the 2-inch dado in all 3, then the 12-inch dado in all 3, and then I'll put the 23 and a half inch dado in all 3. That way they'll all be exactly the same. Okay, let me get started. This is how all this works. This is the bottom of the side, and this is about a 1/4 inch dado. And a dado is just a slot. And then the shelf will fit down in that slot. Getting close now. I'm cutting the angles on the sides of the table. These are 12 degrees. I'm using my jigsaw. Normally I'm hating on this panel cutter because it's too big and heavy and clunky, but for these 2 foot wide panels, it works perfect. I got the piece all mocked up and held together with clamps, and I got it all set up here next to the prototype. The Rabbi is going to be over in a little while, and we're going to talk about star size. I made several different examples there. I got 5-inch stars, 6-inch stars, 7-inch stars, 8-inch stars, and 3.5-inch stars. So we're going to look at those. We're also going to make some decisions on what kind of stain we're going to use. So I've made some samples over here, and we're going to mix and match until we come up and make a decision on the stain. So the Rabbi will be here soon. Well, the Rabbi got here. He's been working hard on those colors, all the different shades of colors and working on the stars. And let's see if I can talk him into giving us a briefing on what the decisions are.
Well, here we are again. Welcome back to the Hank Chase Torah Table Project for our congregation. We've made some decisions, and we think they're good, as directed by God. We've decided on the stain for the top and the side. We've made some decisions on the stain, and that is for the sides and the top, a dark walnut, Rust-Oleum, dark walnut wood stain. And we think we need to have 2 coats in order to get the depth of tone that we need to match our existing furniture in the synagogue. So that's good. And then we looked at the front of the table, and that is with the Stars of David. We looked at different options of how to make the stars, if you will, more visible from the audience and make it pop, but still look elegant and holy. So we've decided to go with this lighter stain for the star, and then accented by the darker stain picked up in the channels and the routings. And we like that. And as we later add our menorah, the 7-branch menorah, we think that will give it not only dimension, but will make it pop and will continue to beautify the front of this table. We're again going to wrap around this beadboard type trim on the edges. We've made the decisions that we need to make, but to make the stars pop a little bit more, we've decided too that we want to go with 7-inch stars instead of 6-inch. So we're going to go with a little bit larger star in order to make it pop even better, and that will put exactly 1 star in the middle and 2 stars on either side of the middle, which is a good consistent match across the front of the table. So we're liking what we're seeing. We're so pleased with this. It is beautiful. This maple that will be then stained again looks wonderful. We're excited. Not much time left. So we'll take a look at the next step, and we say thank you, Hank Chase. Thank you, Lord God, for giving this wonderful Torah table to your word, which will lay across this and will show us the way to go. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're spoiling my viewers.
No.
Well, that about does it for another Memphis Monday. I'd like to thank the Rabbi for showing up today and classing up my show. I'm afraid he's gonna spoil you guys that watch. Anyway, any closing words since I twisted your arm to say goodbye to the people?
Absolutely. I would just say that he has the gift to do all this, and God gives gifts to all of you who can do this or do what I do. So this has been so enjoyable to me, far beyond anything that our congregation could ask or imagine. We're so excited. We've planned a big commemoration day for the new Chase Torah table. And we have Hank and his wife Ann, who are here and are doing such a wonderful job for us. So hope that you'll have the opportunity to do this at your place of business and just send it into your communities. As he wrote, Litra Ot, which means see you later.
Okay, so we've got the case built. Next week we'll be finishing up in part 3. Next week we'll be doing the stars, doing the stain, and doing the trim, and then we'll be done. So see you next week.
All right. Good job.
Thanks.